Hey guys, Toast here, and welcome to another episode of Overwatch How to Play. This is a series that focuses on each Overwatch character's backstory, covers their basic mechanics and abilities, and discusses tips to play each character. Today's focus is Symmetra. Following the Omnic crisis, the Vishkar Corporation in southern India began the painstaking process of creating new, self-sustaining cities as a means of housing the nation's displaced population. One of these cities, Utopia, was created using radical hard light technology that allowed architects to shape all aspects of the city, including streets, living spaces, and utilities in mere moments. After being identified as one of the few capable people of qualifying for being a light-bending architect, the young Satya Vaswani was pulled from poverty and placed under the care of Vishkar's Architect Academy, never to return home again. Feeling isolated in her new life and surroundings, Satya immersed herself in architectural education and training. She was quick to grasp the technology applications and established herself as one of the top students in her class. Satya proved to have a different approach to hard light manipulation than her peers, weaving her construction in motions of the traditional dance of her homeland. Despite being one of the most promising Vishkar architects, the corporation saw a far greater potential in her abilities. Giving her the moniker Symmetra, Vishkar sent her on missions around the world to uphold its corporate interests and expand its influence worldwide. Symmetra is under the impression that her actions serve the greater good, but at times she ponders whether the control and order she desires is what's truly best for humanity. Now that we have a little backstory on Symmetra, let's take a look at the basic mechanics of this light manipulating architect. Symmetra fills the support role in this game and has 100 health and 100 shield with no armor. This puts her total hit point pool in line with other support and defense characters, however she has the added bonus of 50% of her hit points being able to regenerate on their own after a few seconds of taking no damage. Symmetra's primary weapon is her Photon Projector. The Photon Projector emits a short-range beam that homes in on nearby enemies, locking onto them and dealing continuous damage that increases in potency the longer it's connected. As long as the enemy doesn't move outside of the beam's range or outside of Symmetra's view entirely, the beam will continue to remain attached and dealing damage. Symmetra does have an alternate fire mode in which the Photon Projector is charged over a period of a couple seconds and releases an energy ball that deals high damage to anyone it comes in contact with. Both Symmetra's primary attack and her alternate fire are capable of passing through defense abilities like Reinhardt's barrier field and Winston's shields. Symmetra's first ability is called Sentry Turret. Symmetra sets up a small sentry turret on almost any surface that automatically fires sustained, speed-reducing, and damaging bursts at nearby enemies. Symmetra can place 3 turrets back-to-back when she first spawns in, and can have a total of 6 turrets active at any point. After placing the first 3 turrets, each additional turret has a 10-second cooldown before it can be placed. Turrets can be placed as close together or as far apart as desired, though do keep in mind that they have very low health, so if placed too close together they can all be taken out very quickly and simultaneously. Symmetra's second ability is called Photon Shield. Symmetra surrounds an ally with a hard light shield that absorbs damage and remains as long as the ally is alive. The ability grants 25 shield on top of any hit points that the ally has, regardless of what type of hit point. The 25 shield hit points are the first to take damage if you're attacked, and will regenerate after 3 seconds of taking no damage, just like innate shield hit points. If an ally dies or changes character, Symmetra needs to recast the ability in order for them to receive the shield again. However, as the ability only has a 1-second cooldown, this takes mere seconds to shield every character on your team. Symmetra's ultimate ability is called Teleporter. Symmetra places a teleporter exit pad at her current location, which is connected to a teleporter entry pad that'll be located in the team's starting point. Allies can travel through the entry pad to the exit pad instantly, but not the other way around. This enables them to quickly return to a fight if they've been recently eliminated, and the teleporter has 6 uses before it's destroyed, and can be destroyed by the enemy team if they find it and deal damage to it. There's no limit to the number of times any one teammate can use the teleporter, Symmetra included, but once 6 uses have happened, that's it. Symmetra's next ultimate ability does not begin to build up until all 6 uses have been consumed or the teleporter's been destroyed by the enemy team. Let's move on to Symmetra's strengths and weaknesses. One of Symmetra's biggest strengths is that she's able to both slow and deal moderate damage to enemies without needing to be anywhere near them. Her turrets are one of the main parts of her arsenal, and if placed correctly they can be devastating to a single enemy or disrupting to a group of enemies. Symmetra has the unique strength that both her primary attack and alternate attack are capable of piercing both Reinhardt's barrier field and Winston's bubble shield. This means that if you have an enemy team that's using either of these characters or abilities to their advantage, you have a way of countering this. Symmetra also has a game-changing ultimate that can allow her team to constantly barrage a point and come back quickly should they get eliminated. This means that mastering where it's advantageous to place her teleporter can be a key advantage to both you and your team. Symmetra's biggest weakness, however, is that her primary attack requires her to be within 5 meters of her target in order for it to latch on and deal damage, and her alternate attack takes a couple seconds to charge up and is slow traveling, so it can be challenging to land consistently. Because her primary attack requires her to be so close and she only has a total of 200 hit points, she needs to be extremely cautious and aware of her allies when she wants to move in for an attack. Now let's move on to some tips and tactics to play as Symmetra. One of the first things you'll want to do as Symmetra is learn the ins and outs of your turrets. These little guys can pack a punch when deployed together, but you never want to place them too close together. While they're exponentially more effective in groups, they're also weak and can be taken out quickly. Characters like Roadhog and Reaper who have high spread weapons can take out multiple targets in one shot if they're close enough together. Practice how to place the turrets close enough together that they'll all reach a central location, but far enough apart that they won't be taken out simultaneously. Symmetra's teleporter can be a key to win if placed correctly, but it's also susceptible to enemy damage and can be destroyed. As such, it's never a bad idea to have a couple turrets in the vicinity to help protect the teleporter itself and any allies that utilize it. As Symmetra, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to your allies and making sure that they all have your shield buff active. While 25 hit points may seem inconsequential, it can be the difference between life and death in some fights. So if you see an ally just coming back from being eliminated, or notice that a teammate has just swapped characters, be a doll and make sure that they have a little bit of extra survivability that they may very well rely on. But that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you feel better equipped to play Symmetra now, or if you feel that there are some aspects that I missed that you want to share. If you liked the video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more content, please subscribe and follow me on Facebook and Twitter, links in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Toast, and I'll talk to you soon.